why kids don't go outside anymore in America. Super interested to see what we got with this video and see why kids aren't going outside anymore. Before we do get into this video, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's jump straight into this and check this out.
Children and teenagers these days aren't going outside as much as before.
Right.
50 years ago, nearly half of all kids in America walked or biked to school.
Okay.
Today, it's less than 13%. This is largely due to the lack of independence children have. Parents
Wait, so 50 years ago, more than half was walking to school or biked? And that was less than 15%? Yo, wait, what?
are more worried than ever about letting their kids go out on their own.
Oh, wow.
Look at all these kidnappers outside. Look at them. However, stranger kidnappings are astonishingly rare, and these cases are always sensationalized in the media. The real threat to the safety of children are cars. Vehicle collisions are the #1 cause of death among children and teenagers, killing thousands and injuring tens of thousands every year. When you look at how our cities are designed, none of this is surprising. Modern suburbs, and especially American suburbs, are car dependent. Neighborhoods are endless mazes of single-family homes with streets laid out in winding cul-de-sacs.
Yeah, but isn't America a little bit like... So in the UK... we will have like these kind of areas,
single-family homes with streets.
So we'll have like these kind of areas, not as neat as this or as nice as this, but we'll have similar areas, and then there'll be a school close by, right? That you can maybe like walk through these fields to or whatnot. Like you don't really have to go in the car to travel to the school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do you not have schools nearby? They're quite far.
It's laid out in winding cul-de-sacs. Businesses sit behind giant parking lots with wide multi-lane roads full of high-speed car traffic. This forces you to cross these big intersections designed for the flow of vehicles rather than the safety of people. This creates a vicious cycle where the dangerous streets make parents drive their kids more, but by doing so, they're adding more cars to the problem. Recently, the channel Oh the Urbanity made a video about Miami, and they caught this footage of a school bus having to stop in an angle and block traffic just so kids can safely get off.
Yo! So he was purposely blocking the traffic so like the kids can get off and get out. Bro, what? Bro, are all the roads in America like this?
Because drivers literally would not stop.
Mad.
So when everything's too far away and crossing the street is too dangerous, children have zero independent mobility until they turn 16 and get a driver's license. Most of the world sets their legal driving age to 18, and for good reason. Teenage drivers are 4 times more likely to crash than adults, mainly due to immaturity and inexperience. But in most of North
Wait, that's really the graph? Crashes per million miles traveled at 16 to... Oh, wow. Bro, what's this jump from 18 to 19? What? When you turn 19, do you just go even more crazy? What?
Mainly due to immaturity and inexperience. But in most of North America, teenagers as young as 16 can drive unsupervised. And in some places, it's as young as 14. If we had viable alternatives to driving, our legal driving age wouldn't have to be so low, and teenagers wouldn't have to risk their lives just so they can have some independence. Until then, children have to rely on mommy and daddy to chauffeur them everywhere. This is where the soccer mom stereotype comes from, someone who spends all their time driving their kids to and from different activities.
But then again, that just happened in the UK, because I know somebody that takes their kids everywhere, like takes them to school. I'm not saying every single kid in the UK don't walk to school. A lot of kids in the UK do drive to school, right? But also a lot of kids are walking to school. When I went to school, I walked to school. It was like 20 minutes away, you know, no problems. Never got hit by a car. But there was a load of like cut-throughs and forests and stuff where you don't walk on the the big highways or the roads or whatever, right?
Car-dependent suburbia, dropping off or picking up kids from school becomes this massive ordeal, with cars backing up for miles of traffic. These schools may be far away and are sometimes in rural locations, but this is primarily due to sprawling car-centric design. Due to the low density of the suburbs, schools have to consolidate into fewer but larger facilities that are farther away, rather than having more smaller schools that are closer. Regardless, schools being in rural places does not justify the lack of infrastructure.
Yo, that's crazy.
Schools being in rural places does not justify.
So this is the school here. Kids are supposed to cross this highway to get to this school. Mad. Bro, what? Like, kids can be dumb, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids might think, oh, there's a car coming, I'm just gonna run across. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids can be dumb, bro. Yeah, I can see why this can be dangerous.
The lack of infrastructure. This beautiful video by Bicycle Dutch shows how majority of all children in the Netherlands bike themselves to school.
Right, yeah, that'll kind of be like the UK as well. No cars nearby, just get on your bike and go.
Even if it's miles away in a rural area.
Right.
They can do this because they've built safe cycling infrastructure throughout all their cities and the entire country. We might not build bike lanes across the whole country like the Dutch, but even if a fraction of these kids were able to walk or bike to school, it would make a huge difference for both parents and the development of children.
True.
A 2002 psychology study asked elementary school students to draw a map of their path to school, and the results were just sad. The child who walked to school on their own produced this accurate detailed drawing with various landmarks along the way.
Wait. So home. Okay. School. Okay.
The child who walked with an adult got the orientation wrong, but still roughly identified the right directions. But this is the drawing from the child who was driven to school. Studies in Switzerland from the 90s found that children who freely played in their neighborhood on their own spent twice as much time outside, were way more active, had more than twice as many friends, and had better motor and social skills compared to kids who played in a park under parental supervision.
Oh wow,
Without independent mobility, children don't get as much exercise, contributing to the major child obesity crisis in the US. It also prevents them from, going out and socializing. Studies show that children with less independence are lonelier as they have a weaker sense of community, lower sense of safety, and have fewer activities with friends.
You know what? I wasn't expecting this from this video, bro. I thought it was going to be like why kids don't go outside anymore. And it was going to be like technology, gaming, right? Not because they're going to get hit by cars on the way to school, bro.
The emptiness of car-dependent suburbia also makes it feel more dangerous. In Jane Jacobs' book, The Death and Life of Great American Cities, she explains the concept known as eyes on the street. It basically means that vibrant and lively streets feel safer as there are more people around and thus more eyes to deter bad behavior. Yep. This is why dark alleyways or streets at nighttime feel dangerous. But without people regularly walking by or casual onlookers watching the street, suburbia feels lonely and creepy. If a child were to be kidnapped outside, no one would notice.
Bro, why are you gonna show a van saying free candy, bro?
Over the past few decades, this sense of danger...
Yeah, but what do you want to do in America, bro? Just, like, pay people to walk around? Like, people don't walk around here, walk around, you know what I'm saying? You can't force people to walk around. Like, in the UK, in my state, that I used to live and grow up on, like, yeah, there'll be some people walking around every now and again, but not all the time.
...has changed our cultural attitudes towards children being out on their own, to the point where it can literally land you in jail. Like Nicole Gainey, who was arrested and charged with child neglect for letting her son walk to the park alone. Or Deborah Harrell, who spent 17 days in prison and temporarily lost custody of her child, all for letting her daughter play in the park alone while she was working at a nearby McDonald's.
Wait, no, this can't be true, bro. Is this true? It's illegal. What? You could be arrested for that. Bro, that's crazy to think, though. Because I used to go out by myself playing, like in the field or the park, right the corner from the house. Right? You know, that's a part of, like, growing up.
An even more ridiculous case was Jackie Kendrick, who got...
Maybe not at 9 years older, maybe like, 10.
...reported to Child Services for letting her two kids play in her own backyard while she watched them inside. Some schools in the US even have rules not allowing anyone to walk at all. So even if you are with your child, you might end up like Jim Howie from Tennessee, who got arrested for picking his kids up from school on foot instead of driving a car.
Oh, no, bro, what is going on? This can't be real, bro. How can you be arrested for picking up your kid from school walking? You don't have a car.
Even if a child could walk or bike around on their own, Car-dependent suburbia is bland. There's almost nothing to do and nowhere to go apart from a park or the shopping mall. Additionally, our public spaces are actively designed specifically to keep kids away. An example of this are those metal studs that are placed on benches or railings to prevent skateboarding. Many malls, amusement parks, and even Chick-fil-A are flat out banning teenagers from entering without parental supervision. When the streets are too dangerous and there aren't any places to hang out in, is it a surprise that kids these days want to stay at home all day, playing video games and watching Skibbity Toilet?
Right, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah, like this video from those points, like making kids not be able to skateboard when they want to skateboard. I know like it damages stuff and right, but like at the same time, if they can't do that, and they can't go Chick-fil-A by themselves, or like, you know, if kids are getting banned from places, then what do you want them to do? They're just going to stay inside and be like this kid, bro, doing whatever he's doing.
Social media apps like TikTok basically serve as online public spaces where people can share their voices in an open environment.
Right.
However, this is just as problematic as Elon Musk saying that Twitter will be the digital town square. With the recent motions to ban TikTok in the US, there's a critical lack of true public spaces that are accessible to young people. Car dependency in North America is not an inevitable thing. Suburbia doesn't have to be built this way. It's possible to make our streets safer and encourage more outdoor activity by changing our infrastructure.
Right.
This means narrowing streets, installing protected bike lanes, and adding traffic calming measures to slow down cars and prevent collisions.
Oh wait, do you guys not have them? We have these everywhere in the UK, like speed bumps. They're everywhere.
We also need to change our zoning laws to allow higher density houses and small businesses to be built in the suburbs so that people can live closer to amenities. These changes don't only—
Oh wow, wait, you don't have that. Like a local like shop, like just a small business shop, just like, you know, where all the houses are.
benefit children.
What?
When a city is safe and comfortable enough for kids, then it's safe and comfortable for everyone. If you wouldn't let your child ride in this bike lane by themselves, then no one will, because it's not designed properly.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. From seeing this, I wouldn't ride there, bro. From seeing these cars, I wouldn't ride here, bro.
Period. This is why in the few remaining walkable neighborhoods that do exist in North America, you will see lots of children walking to and from school all by themselves.
Right, okay.
This is also very common in East Asian cities, which they've achieved by having good public transit and dense urban development that creates eyes on the street. Not to mention the amount of pedestrian space you find, which provide attractive public spaces for teenagers to hang out.
Right.
All of these things are
Yeah, but surely I find it hard to believe that surely America is just full of roads, bro. Like, this video is making that like there's just roads absolutely everywhere. And like in America, you don't have this. Like places where you can walk. It's just highways and highways and highways and highways and roads and cars. Bro, surely it's not like that.
Attractive public spaces for teenagers to hang out. All of these things are completely possible to build in North America, but we just don't. Laws like zoning codes or parking requirements make it illegal to build anything other than car-dependent suburbs. We also continue to throw money at expensive road infrastructure, leaving almost nothing for pedestrian or transit projects. Car culture is so prevalent that many people simply believe that anything other than cars are inherently worse.
Bro, are you really telling me everywhere all around America is like this, bro? You don't have any like smaller roads. I know like you got big wide roads, but like you don't have anything where like it seems nicer to walk. Do you not have that?
Cause yeah, when you spend ludicrous amounts of money subsidizing highways in suburbs.
See, this don't look too bad right here though. I'm seeing a nice pathway right here. You got the trees and stuff. This seems safe. I'd walk down there.
Of course driving is gonna be the only option. So even when bike lanes or public transit projects are proposed, you get tons of excuses from NIMBYs about all the traffic it'll cause or where am I gonna park my car? These people really like to—
Yo, I would like this though.
traffic it'll cause or where am I gonna park?
I would like this, bro. If you guys in America have no problems parking your cars, that's amazing, bro. In the UK, oh my god, finding a car parking space, I would love this, bro. It's just like you might be going around for a good 5-10 minutes looking for a space.
Park my car. These people really like to blame the problems that cars create on other modes of transportation. Is your city running out of money and on the verge of bankruptcy? Clearly, it's because of all those bike lanes. Don't look at all those billions of dollars that we're about to spend on the highway. That's not it. Most of these are policy issues, policies made by groups of old people sitting in a government building, which are then followed by some other old people who call themselves planners and engineers. So to actually make changes and improve our cities, we need more civic engagement. Currently, most people who vote and attend city council meetings are at least 50 years old. The direction our cities are going in is being determined by a bunch of boomers.
Wait, he's saying that the boomers, the old people that's decided for the country, are deciding wrongly, but the old people are also the ones that experience going out and walking around the places more than anyone else. So wouldn't they be the right people to like see? I don't know, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, bro, like the people that's deciding what to do with the roads and stuff are the same people that was the ones walking to school, right? So I don't know if you could, pull it down to like them being old or boomers is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Cycling is an important mode of transportation. You know, it helps us reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
But I think Gen Z and even sometimes millennials are underrepresented in this issue. I truly believe that younger people want more walkable cities, and we have the power to make it a reality. This is partly why I started making these videos in the first place. Our cities have a huge impact on younger people, and we deserve to have a say on how they're built. Even if you're not a professional planner or don't know what exclusionary zoning
surely this video has to be directed towards cities.
Means. It's time to stop making excuses for our bad urban design and ask ourselves, do we want our cities to prioritize moving as much cars as possible?
Yeah.
Or do we want to actually prioritize people?
Okay, interesting. Yeah, that has to be definitely towards like big cities. It's just like got loads of like traffic and stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.